Hey guys, coming to you with another What's Next today. This one is going to be on the newly crowned WBA regular welterweight champion at 147, Yordenis Ugas. Ugas is my number 7 welterweight in the world. He main evented a PBC card on Sunday, September 6th, when he soundly defeated Abel Ramos by a 12-round unanimous decision. Heading in, Ugas was the clear favorite. He didn't seem to struggle too much with Ramos, but I think he was going for the knockout, trying to get Ramos out of there, trying to make an impression. And I think he left himself open a little more than he normally does. And he got caught a couple times. He got stunned probably around the 6th round. And then same thing happened in the 12th. He really got hit hard with a punch by Ramos that really shook him. But he was able to withstand it and finish the fight. And he won a clear 12-round unanimous decision, even though 2 of the judges scored it 7-5, which I don't know what fight they were watching, but this was a clear decision. I'd say 9-10 rounds in favor of Ugas. Ramos was competitive, though. Ramos did come at him and fight hard, but it just wasn't enough. So, good performance by Ugas. Really looking forward to seeing what happens. And so the big question now is, what's next for Yordenis Ugas? Well, with him becoming the world champion, I'm favoring what the WBA is going to do next. Is they're going to mandate a showdown. In my opinion, they're going to mandate a rematch between Ugas and Jamal James. Jamal James, early in August, became the interim champion. He won the vacant interim belt with a sound 12-round decision over Thomas Delorme. And both Ugas and James are widely avoided fighters by everybody else who's in the PBC at 147, which is pretty much everybody. I mean, this is a PBC-run division, so it looks pretty clear that Ugas, after the way he performed against Sean Porter, he's gonna be avoided. I think that's pretty clear. He really made it an ugly fight for Porter, and a lot of people thought he won that night, and it just didn't go his way. But next, I don't see Ugas fighting anybody in the top 7 around him. I have him ranked 7th, but you got unless Terrence Crawford wants to fight him, which I think Crawford might. So again, I think James is the number 1 option. I'll run through some of the fighters. I don't see Errol Spence giving him the time of day after Spence and Garcia's over. I don't see Manny Pacquiao fighting him. I don't see Keith Thurman. Maybe Keith Thurman wants to step up and face him, but I think Thurman is a big enough name, and he'll wait around to fight one of the bigger names next. Sean Porter isn't going to want anything to do with him, and he doesn't have to. Danny Garcia, I doubt it. And then Mikey Garcia, I doubt it. He's not a big enough name for Mikey. So, then you got Lipin Yates, guys filling out the top 10. Lipin Yates, Jamal James, and Jesse Vargas and Josecito Lopez. Lopez is fighting Maurice Hooker. Possibly the winner of that fight would be interested and maybe get in line. Maybe like a 3rd option. But other than that, Jamal James seems like the clear favorite if he gets mandated for the fight, and I really don't think anybody else is going to fight him. One guy I think could fight him, though, at the very top of the division, it's possible, is Terrence Crawford, the WBO champion. Crawford really wants to make an impression, and I think Ugas might be a good guy to face that fights for the PBC. He might be a good guy to get in the ring to kind of show what he can do against PBC and to get Top Rank and PBC working together on him maybe leading up to Errol Spence. So that's a possibility. Again, I would lean against it until we actually see the 2 sides come together for a fight with Crawford and one of the other welterweights that's with the PBC. But, I would love to see the fight. I think it'd be a challenge for Crawford, and I think Ugas, that would be a huge fight for him to try to prove that he belongs at the top of the division. So, just got to wait and see. But again, I really think it's going to be Ugas and a Jamal James rematch, because I think that fight makes a lot of sense. And those are 2 guys that are avoided fighters. And I think it's going to be a mandatory fight. So we'll see what happens. But that's it. That's the what's next on Yordenis Ugas, the WBA regular welterweight champion. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. True Boxing. You've been hit with the truth.